Hello students, welcome to lecture of Kinematics and Theory of Machine. Myself Professor Shailesh Patel, and we are going to complete this chapter build drive. Today we complete this theory driving ratio of driving tension for the build drive. We want to find the relation between T1 and T2. Okay, you can see this figure. In this figure, you know that on a belt drive, first of all, I am giving you one example. So belt is assembled on this pulley, and we will consider small element. You can see there is a PQ element we have considered. Okay, we will consider small element from whole belt. Okay, this PQ belt we take as a for the considering right now, and on PQ this element it is making the angle. This is a d theta. Okay, and tension on a P and Q will be different because as you know that there is a tight side and there is a slack side. So as you going from this B point to A point, there will be change in a tension. It will decrease continuously. So at a P point there is a tight side, is a T tension, and at a Q point there is a slack side. It will be a T plus delta T. Okay, so you can see here the between P and Q angle is a d theta. Okay, so we want the component of this tension T and T plus delta T. So that's why we need the relation of this angle. So you can check this figure. In this figure you can see that the total angle is a delta theta. So it divided by 2, so 2 angle will be there, d theta by 2. Okay, and same angle we obtain here. So that's why we can take the component of this T. Two component will be there. First will be in the vertical direction, will be the T cos d theta by 2, and there will be horizontal component will be there, which will be the T sin d theta by 2. And same as two component we take for the T plus delta T here. Okay, two component will be which two component, you know that because there is a d theta by 2 is the angle, so you can take the two component of T plus delta T. Okay, let's start for the this theory. First of all, T is a tension in a at a P point, and T plus dt tension in a Q point. Okay, so when this belt is assembled on this pulley, you can check this. There will be the reaction force will be there because there is a friction. Okay, the normal reaction will be Rn, which will be the perpendicular to the point of contact. Okay, so after that you know the friction force. Friction force will be mu into Rn. Mu into Rn. Mu is the coefficient of friction between the belt and pulley. Okay, so first of all we take the component of horizontal. Okay, you can check here. There is a horizontal force Rn is here, and in opposite direction there will be two component will be there. One is a sine component of T, which will be the sine, and one is a sine component of T plus delta T. So there will be two component. We open this bracket. So what will happen? T into sine d theta by 2 and delta T into sine d theta by 2. Okay, so you can write here sine d theta by 2 means d theta is a very small angle and which is divided by 2. So sine d theta by 2 can be written as a d theta by 2 directly. Okay, so what will this equation becomes it in simpler way, and opening this bracket you can check here this term dt into d theta by 2, which is very small because dt is already very small element and d theta is also small. Multiplying to small quantity, it will be very small. It can be ignored in our this equation. So neglecting the dt into d theta by 2, our equation became t into d theta, because t into d theta by 2 here and t into d theta by 2 here. So it will become Rn is equal to T d theta, which is taken as equation number 1. After that, check this. Same we will do for the vertical forces. You can check here. There is a friction force is equal to mu Rn, and cos component of this T and the cos component of this t plus dt. So equation will become this. But you know that theta is a very small angle, so cos d theta by 2 is equal to 1. Okay, so you write this in this equation and you will get here this this will eliminate it, and you will find here what only Rn is equal to dt by mu. Okay, Rn is equal to dt by mu, which is considered as equation number 2. You already have equation number 1. Rn is equal to d theta, and here Rn is equal to dt upon mu. So we compare both equation 1 and 2. So t d theta is equal to delta t by mu, and equation we are changing the quantity here t upon dt and sorry dt upon t and mu into d theta. So you can check here, you can integrate this quantity because it is with respect to t tension, which is increasing for t1 decreasing from t1 to t2. Okay, so t1 to t2 dt by t, and angle is changing from 0 to theta. Okay, so you know that 1 upon t is equal to log t1 upon t2 is equal to mu theta, because 0 to theta, and here will be theta, and we put the limit 0 to theta. Okay, so it is a very simple integration here, and you will get this log t1 upon t2 is equal to mu theta. But if you want the t1 upon t2, there is a base e, so applying anti-log on both sides, you can get this t1 upon t2 is equal to e raised to mu theta, or you can this equation in a different way, because there is a e base. You can write this equation as a log 10 base. So this equation can be written as in this way: 2.3 log 10 base t1 upon t2 is equal to mu theta. These both equations are very useful, and it will be used in all example of build. Okay, let's take one example and solve this by using this formula. Okay, casting weighting 9 kilonewton hangs freely from the rope, which makes 2.5 tons. Means I am giving you overview. There is a weight of 9 Newton. There is a pulley is here, and this rope is turning 2.5 times, and then some person is holding it. Okay, if it is not holding this rope, rope will be passed through and a weight will be fall. But he has to give some force in this direction, so this belt is rotate on that pulley. Okay, so first of all we have to find this force applied by the man. Okay, drum of 300 mm diameter resolving 20, casting weighting 9 kilonewton hangs freely from the rope, which makes 2.5 tons. Means I am giving you overview. There is a weight of 9 Newton. There is a pulley is here, and this rope is turning 2.5 times, and then some person is holding it. Okay, if it is not holding this rope, rope will be passed through and a weight will be fall. But he has to give some force in this direction, so this belt is rotate on that pulley. Okay, so first of all we have to find this force applied by the man. Okay, drum of 300 mm diameter resolving 20 rpm. The other end of rope is pulled by the man. Coefficient of friction is a 0.25. The rope required by the force required by the man we have to find, and the power totally used in raising the load. Okay, so first of all given data. So tight side or weight will be the load by this casting 9 kilonewton, means 9000 Newton. Okay, diameter of pulley is given 0.3, and RPM of this pulley is given 20 Newton, 20 RPM. Okay, and mu is this. So we know that T1 upon T2 is equal to mu theta. You already know that. So T1 is given, mu is given, and T2 we want to find. So first of all we have to find the theta. So what will be the theta? You already given that here, 2.5 tons. So how many angles that can be considered? So first of all check this. This will be considered as a 5 pi because in 1 ton there is a 2 pi and 2.5 ton there will be 5 pi radian angle should be there. We put this in our equation T1 upon T2 e raised to mu theta and you will find the T2. T2 is equal to means we have find the tension in a slack side which is 176. You can check this. There is a very high load. But using this friction of the pulley and belt, this leg side or force applied by this man is very decreased. Okay, because there is a 2.5 ton around this pulley is there. Okay, so second we have to find is the power to raise the casting, which can be find by velocity is equal to pi dn upon 60. Pi dn, pi d diameter of pulley and n is the rpm of pulley. You already know that RPM is a 20 RPM of pulley is given because the power, what is the equation of power? Power transmitted through the belt drive is a T1 minus T2 into velocity. Means tight side minus slack side into this velocity and it will give us power T1 minus T2 into velocity and you find the velocity in watt 2772 watt. But if you want to write that in kilowatt, divide by 1000. So this is the power required for that weight 2.7 kilowatt. Okay. There are lots of other examples in book. So please keep practicing. It requires lots of practice. Okay. Thank you.